Welcome back to the For Your Best Self podcast. I'm Dr. Rebecca Novo, and today's topic is going to be one of everyone's favorites, non-invasive fat loss. We are very excited to be rolling out new to us, not a new technology, but it's a device for immediate fat loss. As a plastic surgeon, although I love to be in the operating room, it's one of my favorite places, and I love guiding and educating on surgery, there are some downfalls to surgery, things that aren't talked about in the media as far as when it comes to fat loss or fat removing devices. Every week we're approached with a new device promising great results, no recovery, but a lot of these do have a downside that isn't talked about enough. So when patients come in to talk to me about fat loss, I'm trying to educate on what happens when we remove or deplete the body of a certain fat store. And that is, in a perfect world, you're not going to gain weight or change weight. We'll maintain our healthy high school weight, but that's not reality. And most of us fluctuate a little bit here and there. So reason why we chose Ultraslim is because of the physiologic gentleness on the body. And that all stems from minimizing any rebound fat. So to back up a little bit, we are excited about Ultraslim. We are one of the first practices in Brevard to offer it, which is really surprising because the founders are proudly here in Brevard. If you've ever driven up and down A1A through Cocoa Beach, you might have seen a high-rise with a red light. I think it's on the 10th floor. And you're kind of, is this a college door? I was like, what is this thing? But now I know. This is the home of the Ultraslim red light. And Terry Ward is the founder, brilliant scientist who is graduate of Duke and a local resident of Brevard, and created this light. It's a patented red light, so it's a non-invasive. It is the safest level of devices as far as no risk to any side effects, and it tricks the fat cells into spilling its contents. So basically, when we're born, we're all given a set number of fat cells. It's not that when we gain weight, we're gaining more fat cells. They're just increasing in size. So they're expanding like a balloon. And that makes us feel and look bigger. And then when you diet, exercise, change habits, lose weight, is reflective of those cells shrinking. And, the cell goes through a process of releasing the bulky contents, the triglycerides, fatty acids that it's storing when we might be up on calories or more sedentary. Obviously, weight gain and weight loss is so multifactorial. You really need a specialty degree to be a weight loss specialist. But fundamentally, we can talk about, these cells expanding and shrinking relative to weight gain and weight loss. So what attracted us to the light over other non-invasives, which either heat, freeze, or remove fat cells? So that's your Cool Sculpt, your heat destructive devices, or liposuction or surgery that are removing these fat cells. What happens with weight changes when you remove or destroy or kill fat cells and you gain weight? The weight is unpredictably going to show up other places in the body. This is called dysmorphic fat. Your fat cells that are removed or killed cannot expand, so it's going to go other places. You're going to store fat other places, and we can't always predict in patient's body where this is going to show up. There's reports of fat ankles or knees or shoulders or arms. I mean, you hear the stories, or, I had this great tummy tuck full body lipo, and then my bottom got really big when I gained weight, or, stories like that. So what attracted us to the light technology is that the worst thing that can happen if you are to gain weight back is your set cells are going to re-expand in a very gentle physiologic way that's predictable, because that's where the weight was before. So fundamentally, that's what attracted us to the light technology. And then Dr. Saluja and I demoed the light. And the second best selling point of the light is that you have immediate, measurable fat loss with each treatment. Their studies showed that this could be, and this is measured over 5 to 6 points on the body, but this could be 1 to 10 inches at your first treatment. And no other device has this selling point, right? We kill or remove fat cells. Other surgery is a little bit more instant gratification, but you still have the healing process to go through. But with this, as far as the non-invasive devices, this is the only non-invasive device that yields immediate, visible, measurable results. The other devices still, 2 to 3 months on average until you go through the fat death, fat clearing, size reduction cycle. So on a scientific level, this patented red light tricks the fat cell mitochondria, which are the little batteries or energy metabolism moderators in cells. It tricks them to signal the cell to loosen its membrane, as I mentioned, and spill out the bulky contents. And those bulky contents are cleared out by your lymphatics and liver systems. So that being said, it is important. This is a very safe device, but there are going to be certain people that we don't advise to have this treatment. That would be if you have any liver disease, or if you're, a heavy everyday drinker, your liver is going to be too busy metabolizing those toxins, or if it's already disadvantaged with any liver disease or kidney disease. Basically, your body filters. If those aren't healthy, you're not going to be able to properly and safely be able to flush out the fat contents from your body. And then typical contraindications like pregnancy, active cancer, we're not going to treat those subgroups of patients, or any light sensitive medications. When you come in for your treatment, when we're preparing you for consult, you're going to review a form that goes over your medical history and reasons why you may not be a candidate. But those are very few and rare situations. Otherwise, men, women, it really doesn't matter on your size. You're going to notice a measurable loss. We've treated, average patients, heavier patients, even very thin patients have noticed a little bit of toning, tightening of their abdomen, thighs. And there's also other applications for this light, which made it really attractive as far as anti-aging of the face and neck, and the improvement in the skin texture, tone, and quality. So there are different treatment algorithms for different treatment goals. On average, we're recommending 6 treatments, and there is absolutely no downtime for those treatments. So you're going to have a consultation with one of our practitioners. For now, it's mainly Dr. Gasgarth, myself. Once you've met the screening criteria, there's no reason why you shouldn't do the device. You'll come in for consultation, and we'll plan your treatment course. Your first appointment on average will be about an hour, because we're going to do some measurements, photos, consents, come up with a treatment plan. And on average, you're going to spend 32 minutes under the light, and it is a no touch. There's no heat. It's a warmth, but it's not hot. There's no discomfort. It's a treatment done in privacy with one of our assistants, and it's quite comfortable. I've had it myself. It's like almost like being in a little not a hot sauna, just a warmth. Most people fall asleep. It's so comfortable. Your average treatment, depending on your target area, is going to cover from about rib cage to upper thigh area, and each rotation is about 8 minutes for a total of 32 minutes. And we are recommending a series of 6 for the best results. If you're thinner, leaner, you may only need 3. Again, you're going to notice a difference with each treatment. And as I mentioned, the beauty of this is immediate measurable results. You're going to come in and we're going to measure you before the treatment and after the treatment. And we've already seen 2 to 4 inches come off some of our pilot patients, which is really exciting. And then we'll do some photos to analyze your before and afters as well. But it's a really exciting technology. We are really thrilled about it because it is so gentle, and part of our brand is safety. And we don't want to avoid the negatives of some of the other modalities, including surgery, as I mentioned, liposuction and abdominoplasty are the main procedures where we're completely removing a fat cell store. And again, my goal is always that the patient's going to maintain a stable, healthy weight, but we do have to counsel and warn that if you are to gain weight, this could show up in some unpredictable or unpleasant places. Metabolically. So even with the Ultraslim, it's not foolproof. It doesn't mean you can eat more or exercise less. It's not your magical antidote. If you want to see results, you're going to maintain excellent level of hydration so that your body can flush out these byproducts of the fat cells. You're going to watch what you eat. You're going to minimize to eliminate alcohol intake during your treatment so that your liver is not busy otherwise metabolizing those toxins. And there are a couple of supplements that we're going to encourage. It's not mandatory, but a couple of supplements that do support your metabolism, such as niacin, which is the B3 vitamin, and milk thistle, which supports your liver's metabolism. So these are, again, to optimize your treatment. You're not going to not see results by not doing them, but we always like to present, what are all the things that we can do to optimize your results. Body compression is helpful. And immediately after your treatment, we're going to put you on a vibration plate, which is pretty fun. Not for everybody. Some people get itching or uncomfortable because vibration can release histamine in some patients, triggering itching. If you've ever been a little overweight and run and got really itchy, that's what's happening. But we'll put you on the vibration plate for 10 minutes. And again, that just helps flush out these things, loosen these byproducts into the right channels and lymphatics to help clearing. And as I mentioned, is you're going to see immediate measurable results. The exciting thing is in the studies that Ultraslim did, when they brought back patients and monitored their blood levels and measurements for the first week after treatment, you get ongoing loss because the light triggers those pores in the cell membrane for up to 2 to 3 days. You're going to have ongoing losses of the bulky contents of the fat cells for up to 48, 72 hours post-treatment. So, a fast-track treatment might be every 4 days, but typically we're scheduling your treatments once a week, as I mentioned, for a full course of 6 weeks. And a lot of people are wanting to do a maintenance, say you're going on a vacation or a trip or an event. You can do standalone treatments, maybe to fit in a dress or outfit or bikini, whatever, what have it. So you can do standalone treatments as well if you want to have a little bit of debulking before a special event. So we are really excited to be rolling out this device. So far, seeing excellent results. We just sent out a newsletter announcing it. If you're not subscribed to our newsletter, you can do that through our website. And we have some content on our website as well. There is an Ultraslim page. That's at www.foryourbestself.com. There are ways to reach out to one of our schedulers, schedule a consult through the website. Otherwise, we're on the phones Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. On average, a treatment is going to be in the $500 ballpark. Again, depending on the protocol and the treatment area, that may vary only slightly. But I think there's a great value in the gentleness and the physiologic nature of this device over some of the other choices that are out there. If you have any questions, I mentioned our website's a great resource. And schedule a consult. Come in and talk to us about what might be the best option for you and how we can use the device to reach your goals, or if we think you're a good candidate. Thank you for listening in. It's Dr. Rebecca Novo on Ultraslim. If you like this content, please share it. We're pretty excited to see a growing audience for our podcast. Let us know if there's other topics you'd like to hear more about. But otherwise, tune in next time for some more exciting content to come. Thanks for listening.